Welcome to May Commencement. I'm Dr. Erica Laddie, Chief Learning Officer of Unity College, and it is my honor to welcome you. Welcome to our board members, alumni and current students, staff and faculty, and parents, guardians, family, and friends from all over the world for our virtual May Commencement. But most of all, welcome graduates. You are the honored guests. You are Unity College's most important partners and a Unity College family member for life. Although all of us would much rather see you here in person to cross the stage and turn your tassel, we hope that today you are safely celebrating with those closest to you for this milestone day in your life. At this point, I would like to recognize the other members of the stage party. Dr. Melik Peter Corey, President of Unity College. Sharon Reiches, Chair of the Board of Trustees. Zachary Falcon, Vice President of Hybrid Learning. Dr. Pamela McCrae, Dean of Environmental Conservation and Research. Dr. David Rogers, Dean of General Education and Environmental Studies. And alum Bob Portner. Later in the program, Master's graduate Alexander Koch and Senior Emily Buckman will offer remarks and a reading of the Green Pledge. Please welcome alumnus Bob Portner of the class of 1973 to offer the new alumni welcome.
Graduates, this is a moment for you to celebrate, to reflect, and look forward to your bright future, wherever it may take you. You have put in countless hours of work, studying, writing, researching, and receiving firsthand experience through your internships to get to this point today. As an alum of Unity College, class of 73, I have seen the college experience many changes over the years. I have kept in touch with my classmates as well as members of leadership at Unity College and have always offered my support as the college continues to grow and do incredible things. While change can be difficult, the idea of more people having access to a Unity College education than ever before from all walks of life is one that continues to excite me. The world is desperately in need of environmental stewards in all corners of the planet. Unity College alumni are the ideal group to address the pressing environmental issues of our time. As you become Unity College alumni, I look forward to rooting for you and celebrating your successes as you continue your journey towards being the sustainability leaders of tomorrow. We are a proud and dedicated group who care deeply about the future of our planet and are excited to welcome you to the ranks of Unity College alumni. While this past year has certainly played out differently than any of us could have anticipated, I could not be more proud of this graduating class. You have overcome challenges. You have continued to put in the extra effort in the face of adversity, and ultimately, you've achieved success. That success is worthy of celebration. Though this is the end of one chapter for you, there's still many, many more to come. In fact, when you think of it, this is really just the beginning. As you receive promotions, reach significant milestones, earn advanced degrees, or make the news by helping your community, or making waves in the green economy, please keep Unity College in the know. And in turn, Unity College will let the world know. And if along your journey you feel so inclined, please consider giving a gift, as every little bit contributes to the Unity College mission and inspires future leaders in sustainability. But there are other ways you can contribute to our mission. Offer a Unity College student an internship opportunity Encourage your organization to partner with us on a sustainability project, or simply spread the good news when we share it. But first, we have some important business to take care of. It's time for you to begin that next chapter of your journey. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2021. And now, I'd like to introduce master's graduate Alex Koch for a student address. Alex?
Hi, everyone. Congratulations to my fellow Unity College distance education classmates. What you have done is a great accomplishment in any time, but even more so considering the year we have collectively gone through. We juggled jobs, families, entire lives outside of our coursework, all while going through a pandemic. Newly confirmed Interior Secretary Deb Haaland said that we must shift our thinking away from short-term gain toward long-term investment and sustainability, and always have the next generations in mind with every decision we make. This is something we have all invested in. Through our education at Unity College, we are making a commitment to future generations and to the planet to always keep sustainability at the forefront of our careers and our lives. Unity College has afforded us all the ability to get an education from anywhere. While I call Unity Maine home, many of you graduating with me today come from all over the world. To see the innovation and high level of dedication and rigor that you all put into your work and careers has been an honor. I thoroughly enjoyed the past year going through the distance education program with each and every one of you, and have fond memories of our discussions and collaborative learning. Since its humble beginnings, the college has been a place for students from all backgrounds and with diverse interests. It still is. Even for those of us in the distance education programs, many of whom may never step foot in the town of Unity, although you should all come visit, Unity College is a place to call home. Whether you are from Missouri, California, New York, Kentucky, or Maine, whether on campus, online, or elsewhere, a Unity College education is an education to be proud of. For those of us finishing master's degrees, bachelor's degrees, and certificates, we move forward with tangible evidence of our hard work and dedication to the environmental mission of Unity College and to the care and concern we each hold for the natural world and humanity. We step out into a world, degrees in hand, that is still battling a global pandemic. We step out into a world, degrees in hand, that is in the throes of climate change. But we are now more prepared to be the leaders this planet needs to tackle climate change, to work towards global sustainability efforts, and to impact our local communities in positive ways for generations to come. I have the utmost belief that each and every one of you will go on to do great things, will go on to make positive change, and will go on to be environmental leaders throughout diverse fields and industries. I am glad to have met you all, albeit virtually, and to stay connected with you into the future. May our paths cross again. Congratulations.
I would now like to introduce Senior Emily Buckman for a student address and the reading of the Green Pledge.
Unity is just the beginning of a lifetime of adventures to come. While we aren't able to celebrate in person on this momentous day, we were lucky to have been able to spend most of our time on Unity's gorgeous campus. Most of us arrived at Unity College 4 years ago, falling in love with its hands-on learning and campus surrounded by endless adventures. What most of us didn't realize was just how many memories we were going to make. Instead of associating Unity College as an institution of higher learning, we associate it with our memories. For most of us, Unity became our home away from home, where we would surround ourselves with the people and activities we loved. For some of us, a highlight of these 4 years would be the professors and staff of Unity, as they were dedicated to helping students succeed. For others, it would be the friendships they made in our devoted clubs and sports teams. For all of us, we will always remember the unforgettable memories we made with our lifelong friends, whether it was on the field, off campus, or in a residence hall. The opportunities we have received and created were worth all the challenges we have faced as a campus. I know this graduating class will succeed because you did not shy away from a challenge, and you stood up for what you believed in throughout this difficult year. The passion you have for this college, as well as your future, shows just how incredible this graduating class is. Class of 2021, you are brave. You're brave in that you stand up for what you believe in. You're brave in that you followed your dreams and didn't settle for a typical career just because. You're brave in that you are the future community leaders and activists for the environment. It is remarkable and an honor to be your peer and to be graduating with such a powerful class. This will not be the class to glide through life, shying away from challenges. This is a class of growth and determination. Our future will be filled with new opportunities for continuous growth while learning new skills that we will carry with us for the rest of our lives. We have the opportunity to make a difference on this planet, to make it better and healthier while educating others. Today is a day to recognize your hard work and achievements, but it's also a day to thank those who have helped you throughout your time in Unity. Whether it was your parent, family member, best friend, professor, or staff member, take a moment to thank them. Then take a moment to congratulate yourself and acknowledge all the hard work you've completed to reach this point. It was not easy, but you did it. Amazing things are coming your way. Congratulations, class of 2021, and best of luck. It is my honor now to read the Green Pledge. Since 2009, members of the graduating class are invited to sign the Green Pledge, making a public commitment to work in service to the planet wherever their futures may take them. The Green Pledge is as follows. I pledge to explore and take into account the social and environmental consequences of any job I consider, and will try to improve these aspects of any organizations for which I work.
It is now the portion of our program where we recognize outstanding academic and community achievement. I would like to call attention to the gold cords that individual graduates are wearing. The gold cord indicates high academic achievement. Let us congratulate those individuals for their achievements. It gives me great pleasure to present the Valedictorian Award. The valedictorian ranks first in GPA and is considered the top undergraduate student of her class. The Unity College valedictorian for 2021 is Ashlyn Rogers. And now, the Salutatorian Award. The Salutatorian is the undergraduate student who ranks second in GPA. It gives me great pleasure to now announce the Unity College Salutatorian for 2021, Jacqueline Titus. It is now my honor to present the Graduate Award for Academic Achievement. This award is for the graduate student with the highest GPA. The Graduate Award for Academic Achievement for 2021 goes to Eric Plaster. Congratulations to all of our award winners.
Each year, Unity College honors an individual who has made extraordinary contributions to sustainable institutions, resilient communities, or to efforts positively impacting the environment and the natural world. Danny Washington is a true environmental superstar, a champion of ocean advocacy, and a pathbreaker. Ms. Washington is a remarkable example of what it means to give back, reach out, and pull others along with her. As the founder of the nonprofit Big Blue and You, she has made it her personal and professional mission to inspire the next generation to connect with the natural world. Ms. Washington is currently the host of The Genius Generation, a new podcast focused on young people behind incredible inventions and discovery using science. Danny has also hosted Exploration Nature Knows Best, making her the first African-American woman to host her own science television series. Ms. Washington is also a national correspondent on the CBS show Mission Unstoppable, which highlights fascinating female innovators who are on the cutting edge of science, including zoologists, astronauts, and oceanographers. Today, we are proud to confer an honorary doctorate of sustainability science upon Danny Washington. It is my honor to introduce Dr. Washington.
To the Unity College graduating class of 2021, congratulations, you made it. What you all have achieved by reaching this momentous occasion is something that you should all be very proud of. You have toiled over problems, big and small, putting in the effort, putting in the hours to arrive at this precipice, a moment where you can all have that collective sigh of relief, where you acknowledge what has come and plot the path toward what lies ahead. But as proud as you all should be, remember you have not made it to this point alone. From Dr. Corey, the Unity College president, and his staff, who have led this unprecedented transformation, to the professors who've given you the best of themselves to impart their love of their respective subject and inspire your love of learning, to your parents, guardians, family members, and friends who have stood in your corner, pushing you on and lifting you up to reach this important moment in your lives. Their presence speaks to the fact that we are never truly alone, that our burdens are always shared, that for every race we run, there are countless others who run with us. Yes, it is moments like these where you can look to the people around you, standing with you, and know that your triumphs are their triumphs, and theirs yours. With all that in mind, Unity College Class of 2021, with your hopes you have for yourselves, the hopes your loved ones and supporters have for you, and the full weight of responsibility to succeed on your shoulders, you have made it. You made it through a curriculum that was designed to challenge your work ethic, your wits, and your will to succeed. Made it through a global pandemic where far too many have lost their lives. You made it through an election season, perhaps the most divisive in our American history. And you made it through a racial reckoning that has been knocking at America's doorsteps for centuries. You've had to endure a near complete breakdown of life as we know it, a moment in our history like many before it, and yet unlike anything else ever experienced before. Where we have been called to question which identities we share with our neighbors and which ones we can't accept. Called to ask yourself, who are you and what do you stand for? Which side of the fence do you fall on and who falls there with you? All of this you've had to endure. A political, existential, technological, environmental, and philosophical crossroads in your lives, with the added hassle of maintaining GPAs and meeting deadlines so that you can graduate. But you've done it. So to you, your teachers, family, and friends, congratulations. But, and there is a but, as much as this seems like a conclusion to a marathon, this is only the beginning. Despite how far you've come, this moment is not a finish line. It's a starting line. Life begins now. The work, your work, begins now. From here on out, your do-overs, second hits, and gimmies are gone. You will have to make difficult decisions and live with the consequences. You will make the choices between your happiness and the needs of things outside of you, things far greater than you. You will have to choose at many turns between your own pursuit of happiness and the greater good. They're difficult decisions that span from what food to eat and what's ethical for dinner, to whether your next international flight is worth the carbon cost. Between your desires to explore the exotic and lesser traveled paths in the natural world and the potential for your enjoyment to cause greater harm. Sometimes a simple decision between economic gain or your moral ethics. This, unfortunately, is the world you have inherited, and the decisions that you make will invariably have an impact on the trajectory of our species and planet. The answers to these questions aren't easy to come by. They don't arrive on your doorstep overnight in an Amazon Prime shipment. They are questions you will have to answer periodically throughout the next decade. You'll have to look truthfully into the mirror and question your own privilege, to retrace your steps in life and be honest about which stones you've stepped on. Yes, you have come a long way, but there is still a long way yet to go. And I implore you, do not drift along the currents of life, but actively plot your path and steer your life into the direction you wish to go. And though I may not have the right answers to many of life's mysteries, which I can package up to aid you along your journey, or the solutions to some of the world's biggest problems that together our generation will have to face, I do want to leave you with some truths I hold dear, some thoughts on environmental conservation, and some advice on how to go about leading a fulfilled and useful life. Wherever and whenever possible, choose kindness. As we continue to evolve as a global community, it's crucial that we find new strategies that create harmony amongst ourselves and with the natural world. We are not immune to the ever-present threat of hateful actions by people who are driven by fear. As Americans, we have become sadly desensitized to violence and hate, having witnessed far too many instances of senseless cruelty and horrible dehumanization, especially your generation, through the lenses of mass media. This harsh reality will only be solved when the critical mass decides that we are willing to speak up and stand up for those who are suffering at the hands of these cowardly but powerful perpetrators. No longer sitting on the sidelines as bystanders, but instead activating our empathy and transforming that empathy into real action that boldly stops oppressive behaviors. None of us are safe until everyone is safe. And at the end of it all, though it often takes a lot of courage, choose kindness. This simple notion holds incredible amounts of power. It's easy to say harsh words or act irreverent toward others, but it's much harder to build each other up. A skyscraper takes years to erect, but seconds to destroy. Being kind is the most effective way to start a conversation and begin a journey toward understanding someone else's perspective. Number 2, be courageous enough to envision the world you want to live in. Our world needs big thinkers, prolific storytellers, and bold innovators who are willing to shift the narrative of our human experience to become more inclusive and intersectional. 32 years ago, a Black law professor, Kimberly Crenshaw, coined this term intersectionality as a way to offer clarity about race, class, gender, sexual orientation, and other individual characteristics that intersect and overlap with one another. The term was added to the Oxford Dictionary in 2015 and gained popularity during the 2017 Women's March. Some would argue that this term engenders this idea of victimhood, but this argument neglects to acknowledge the fact that there is a distinct imbalance of power within many of our societal systems, which is exactly where you, graduates, come into the picture. As you step into the next chapter of your life, will you take a closer look at those inequalities on a systemic level and use your brilliance to create a more just and equitable society? The bottom line is that we will not succeed in protecting the planet until we step up and protect and uplift our fellow humans first. But the thing that gives me the most energy is the fact that our planet is resilient. If we provide natural systems with time and space, it will find a way to recover. Perhaps not exactly as we knew it before, but something hopefully stronger that can withstand the ever-changing external factors as we work to mitigate the impacts of the climate crisis. A few years ago, I had the opportunity to travel to Parque Nacional Cabo Pulmo, or as we say in English, Cabo Pulmo National Park, on the east coast of Mexico's Baja California Peninsula. A hope spot, as her deepness, world-renowned oceanographer Dr. Sylvia Earle would call it. This magical place, where the arid desert meets the sea, is a prime example of how we humans can turn the tide away from exploitative practices and reshape our relationship with nature. In the 1990s, this area was on the brink of completely collapsing due to heavy overfishing. Then, the families who were fisherfolk of that area for several generations took a leap of faith that would change the trajectory of this tiny coastal region. They decided to work with the Mexican government to establish the 27 square mile area as a national marine park that would remain a no-take zone, where commercial fishing is completely banned, and the area is continuously protected by the federal government. Then, in 2005, it became a UNESCO World Heritage Site because of the remarkable beauty and rich biodiversity within the park. Today, Cabo Pulmo National Park has seen a 400% increase in total biomass, where marine life is flourishing. I witnessed some of the wonders of this area when I swam through a giant swirling school of jacks and came face to face with 12 local mature bull sharks. Immersion into this watery world gives me the most peace. Cabo Pulmo has continually been the North Star for marine conservation efforts. This year, the United Nations kicked off the Decade of Ocean Science for Sustainable Development, and earmarked the next 10 years to encourage nations to protect at least 30% of the ocean by 2030. It's a massive goal, but with innovative ideas and the combined willpower of global stakeholders, I believe it can happen. Which brings me to my third tip. Use what you have and start where you are. The only way to move away from the common trap of scarcity mentality is to tap into your own resourcefulness and ingenuity. Throughout my roaring 20s, I had no choice but to create opportunities for myself and navigate a non-traditional career in science communications. My love for marine biology led me on a path to work as a catalyst that elevates understanding for our big blue planet and inspires others to forge a personal connection to the sea, using media, art, and other creative forms of storytelling. That specific mission began with simple conversations with my family, friends, and people in my community. I wondered what exactly I would do to progress this internal mission while also earning enough money to support myself. But like most post-college grads, I was completely broke. Unsure of where to start, I began working as a naturalist at the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas Nature Center in Key Biscayne, Florida, while moving back in with my grandparents. It was there that I managed to fine-tune the art of communicating science. If you can effectively teach a group of third graders standing outside in sweltering 90-degree Florida heat about topics like ocean acidification while they're looking up at you and hanging on every word as you lead them along a beach trail or into the shallow seagrass beds, then I believe you can communicate with just about anyone. Life was simple then. Solely focused on investing my time and energy into every single beautiful little soul that walked into our nature center, with hopes that one day they would grow into the stewards that we need. Theodora Long, the executive director of the Biscayne Nature Center, who is also a dear friend and mentor, has seen over 2 million school kids visit the Nature Center since it opened in the 1990s. I'm forever grateful to Theo for hiring me straight out of college to contribute to her noble mission, which was inspired by the great protector of the Florida Everglades, Marjorie Stoneman Douglas, and providing the launching pad that catapulted me into the career I have today. This kind of work has many twists and turns, but nothing would make me change any step in that process. Around the same time, I decided to start a nonprofit named Big Blue and You at 21 years old, simultaneously beginning my career as a social entrepreneur and community builder. Number 4, the keys to our future are in our past. From the environmental challenges our generation faces, to finding ways to dismantle the systems of oppression that have fenced off progress and privilege from marginalized sections of humanity. There are many problems with solutions that can be found not only studying their origins, but also studying the people who these systems were originally designed to oppress. In our pre-colonial history, there were countless ethnic groups and human civilizations who had mastered the art of living in harmony with nature. From Native Americans to the Khoi of Southern Africa, from Asia to the Amazon, there are rich veins of ancestral wisdom to be tapped into that not only teach us the ways of the past, but hold the keys to a sustainable future. In order for us to thrive in our beautiful chorus of our highest individual expressions, where we unapologetically share our gifts and generously offer our talents to build effective systems that serve everyone equally, we cannot sit here and compare traumas. That is unproductive and will leave us helpless. We must honor that trauma that we have experienced and use it as fuel to heal ourselves so we can show up each day wiser and ready to be a conduit in the healing of others around us. As you step into your future, I encourage you to shine as a living and breathing example of what it means to be an environmental citizen and to live the one simple and universal truth that we can choose kindness and do unto others as we would like done unto us. And that doesn't mean being a self-proclaimed ally, but walk into life as an advancer. Be that person who can provide a hand up to someone in need and open up opportunities for others to succeed while you're reaching for your goals. Empathize, organize, and galvanize. Listen to the perspectives of those who don't agree with you and cultivate healthy discussions about the causes of those perspectives rooted in our collective history. And for my final point, as serious as the topics I've shared have been, I want to remind you of the words of the famous poet Aubrey Graham, who said, "YOLO, you only live once." So try not to take yourself too seriously and have fun. Your decision to pursue higher education related to the environment is a huge accomplishment in itself. And I think that it's safe to say that anyone who has the opportunity to conduct their work in the outdoors inherently has an adventurous life. It's truly about balance. So don't be afraid to fall in love, sleep in on the weekend, always dress up for costume parties, and never waste an opportunity to laugh loudly. In closing, I'd like to leave you with a quote from Frantz Fanon, who said, "Each generation must, out of relative obscurity, discover its mission, fulfill it, or betray it." So as you discover your mission, individually and collectively, I urge you to be brave. Speak the truth wherever it needs to be heard, and to use your talents you were given and the tools at your disposal to launch us into the future you want to see. Congratulations, class of 2021.
At this time, please welcome Unity College Board of Trustees Chair Sharon Reiches.
Welcome, graduates, family members, and friends. Graduates, you are entering the next chapter of your life during a unique time in our history, receiving your bachelor's or master's degrees while we, as the collective global community, are navigating our way through a pandemic. Although it would be easy to focus on the negative aspects of our time, as we've all seen the hardships that COVID-19 has inflicted on our country and on our planet, I want to address a different narrative, and that is one of hope. Throughout this pandemic, we have seen displays of empathy, of neighbors helping neighbors to ensure that those within our communities have enough food on their table. We've seen innovation as entrepreneurs are adapting and creating during these difficult times, helping all of us to find novel ways to stay safe and comfortable. But most of all, we've seen perseverance, especially from each of you. Empathy, innovation, perseverance, these are all characteristics that you, our graduates, have exhibited to get to this point today, earning your degree during a global pandemic. You are a testament to that hope during these times, the future environmental stewards and leaders who can solve the problems of today and prepare for the challenges of tomorrow. It is also my hope that we are beginning to see the other side of this pandemic and understand what the new normal might look like. While much is unknown during this time, I encourage you to keep all that you have learned at Unity College front of mind. Your experiences, your research and projects, and most importantly, the friendships and connections that have formed you here. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I congratulate you on your decision to make Unity College your college and on this milestone accomplishment that we are celebrating together virtually today.
Welcome, everyone. This is certainly a proud day for our students, their loved ones, and all of us here at Unity College as we celebrate the graduating class of 2021. Wherever you are viewing this virtual ceremony, as you celebrate this incredible achievement, I hope you are surrounded by those closest to you, those who have supported you through this journey. Today is about what you have accomplished these last few years and all you will do in the weeks, months, years, and decades ahead. The unanticipated obstacles associated with the pandemic you have navigated over the last year have uniquely prepared each of you for the next steps in your journey. To say this has been a difficult year would be an understatement, as families face financial hardships and some of you experience illness and traumatic loss. However, through it all, you persevered. For our hybrid learning students, you missed out on many of the things that make your final years at a college so special. Your internships were cut short, your study abroad opportunities were canceled, and the exciting senior year you never got to have is certainly disappointing, to say the least. This past year quickly became about necessity, putting health and safety first in all aspects of life. However, this in no way minimizes the experiences you were looking forward to and did not get to have because of the ongoing pandemic. For our distance education and graduate students, I'm sure when you started the year, you never thought that you'd be quarantined for so long. Never did you think that being a place-bound student literally meant being place-bound. Many of you navigated disruptions to work and family life, and possibly even experienced the illness and loss of loved ones during this unprecedented time. However, here we all are, 1 year later, having overcome seemingly impossible and unexpected obstacles while you continue to push towards earning your Unity College degree. Through the many challenges you faced, you did not give up. You held on to the reasons that drove you to embark on earning this degree, and you have made it to the finish line. You are our newest Unity College graduates. You have modeled one of our core values, resiliency, and you have done it with grace and dignity. As a student of the environment and sustainability, you have undoubtedly learned about the need for adaptability, the need for change, the need to be resilient, and the need to understand that in a world of climate change and globalization, you must expect the unexpected. You have just experienced exactly that, as you are the first generation to graduate with a level of disruption so unique. No other class has ever had to endure anything like it before. I have always said to previous graduates that you are adaptable. You have survived. You have thrived. But you and the rest of this graduating class were forged through a global pandemic. This class was forged through a global crisis that will haunt our collective memories for years to come. But we are nearing the other side. And we, here at Unity College, were there with you. Not always the way you thought, not always the way you wanted or expected, but we were there with you. And today, because of our faculty and staff being there with you, you get to graduate. Today, you go and take the experiences that you've had, the hardships, the frustrations, the successes, and you get to turn that into a movement of positivity. If you can survive and graduate through this, then there is nothing you cannot do. And that, by definition, is a Unity College graduate. In a world where it's easier to hide, it is up to you to be the change you want to see. It is up to you to make the environmental sciences a beacon for multiculturalism and inclusion. I am very proud that this graduating class truly comes from all walks of life, and our environmental science graduates are now, more than ever, diverse in age, gender, and culture than ever before. Note that this is just the beginning. Now it is going to take you to go out there and let the world know that the environmental sciences are not niche programs. Our professions are not niche professions. They are the future of this planet. A Unity College degree is not about a niche. It is about the future of a sustainable world. You are the future of a sustainable planet. You are the future of a sustainable people who understand that difference is what makes us stronger. These are uncertain times in many ways, but I feel so much more confident about our future simply by knowing you, our graduates, will be the driving force for desperately needed change. A change that will ensure the health and well-being of our planet and its inhabitants for generations to come. Today is a day for celebrating. And tomorrow is the first day of the rest of your lives. We stand by ready to continue celebrating your accomplishments as you go on to do meaningful work and truly change the world. Congratulations, class of 2021. We are proud of you. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Ladi for the presentation of candidates.
President Corey, on behalf of the faculties of Unity College, I present to you the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Masters of Science in Professional Science, and Masters of Sustainable Business Administration.
Upon the recommendation of the Unity College faculties and by the virtue of the authority vested in Unity College by the Board of Trustees and the State of Maine, I confer upon you your Unity College degree.
Thank you, Dr. Corey. For those candidates who have met the requirements for their master's degree, today is the culmination of years of hard work. Whether you're taking the next step in your established career or transitioning into a new field, the degree you will receive speaks volumes about your dedication to your education and the skills you carry with you, to your employers, colleagues, or clients. The hood bestowed upon you is also a reflection of your achievement. The gold color is recognized in higher education as honoring advanced learning in the area of science, and the brown color is recognized as honoring advanced learning in business. Green is, of course, for Unity College, your new alma mater. Congratulations on this remarkable achievement.
One student at a time. This is how Unity College is changing the world. And this is how we will recognize our May 2021 graduates from Unity College. Students wearing gold cords are those who are graduating with honors. Students wearing red, white, and blue cords are those who are veterans or serving their country. Dr. Pamela McCrae, Dean of Environmental Conservation and Research, and Dr. David Rogers, Dean of General Education and Environmental Studies, will now read the names of our graduates.
Charles Ostian,
Roxanne Elizabeth Diane Barrett Gordon,
Kimberly Berry,
Kara Biggs,
Erica Briggs,
Dominic Concedi Smith,
Lauren Connor,
Amanda Desalia Burks,
Anna Eshelman,
Matt Farrell,
Stephanie P. Goring,
Rodney King,
Alexander M. Koch,
Veronica Labrie,
Nicole Lamb,
Kathy Lopez,
Elias Malum Priest,
Cody Massery,
Jorge Nunez,
Ariel Nye,
Michael Hellieu,
Marissa Helnett,
Eric Plaster,
Heather Marie Rafferty,
Kristen Nicole Royce,
Alexis Shefka,
Ralph Schoenle,
Keith A. Slider,
Jenna Stacy Dawes,
Tiana LaShawn Stewart,
Savannah Stura,
Molly Tucker,
Cheryl Vanderslice,
Stacy C. Burrell,
Alicia Boland,
Morgan White,
Emily Wiedemann,
Chelsea Wolf,
Catherine Zakachowski, Nicholas Alpeza,
Veronica Beatty,
Amber Bauer,
Garrett Jace Beaulieu,
Ashley Bega,
Destiny Bellinger,
Ethan Taylor Bender,
Elizabeth Blackwelder,
Timothy Blomgren,
Michaela Brandt,
Melissa Brandt,
Emily Bachman,
Alan Matthew Chappelle,
Zachary Chenier,
Gage Clapp,
Benjamin Clark,
Taylor Clement,
Aiden Colligan,
Dylan Comstock,
Emily Costa,
Sarah Kostenbader,
Samantha Crabb,
Catherine Cunningham,
Noah Cunningham,
Brooke DePaula,
Cole Dougherty,
Jared Drummond,
Charles Edson,
Samuel Espenshade,
Brittany Elizabeth Fair.
Abby Fortner.
Michaela Rose Fowler.
Destiny Galliano.
Austin Gelinas.
Stacy Marie Gendron.
Rachel Gerardo.
Demetria Giroux.
Sydney Glatzer.
Tyler Grady.
Danielle Harris. Iris Hess.
Ace Hickey.
Brittany Elizabeth Hill.
Jacob Howard.
Kiara Hunter.
Bethany Irving.
Jean T. Klepplinger III.
Tyler Jones.
Jennifer Casales.
Dustin Kent.
Kyle Custra.
Cameron Hughes Leach.
Ashana Leggett.
Elizabeth Limhouse.
Sarah Elizabeth Lewis.
Drew Lidner.
Abigail Lyles.
Alex Machado.
Kaylee Majewski.
Destiny Mankowski.
Jack Mospo.
Phyllis Mazzaglia.
Tyler Mazzata.
Taylor Merrill.
Michael Millen.
Jennifer Moss.
Sam Allen Monroe.
Celine Nash.
Aaron Shelby Norris.
Marisol Ontiveros,
Stephen Pace,
Brianna Pak,
William Ethan Parker,
Cameron Patota,
Gino Peroni,
Valerie Herzanowski,
Megan Potowski,
Alexander Priest,
Amanda Marie Ramos,
Leo Ray,
Samantha Remery,
Cassandra Robert,
Ikea Roberts,
Nicole Robitaille,
Ashlyn Rogers,
Nicholas Rosa,
Josephine Samarian,
Amber Sands,
Jessica Savageau,
Matthew Ships,
Holly Scopa,
Mikhail Scroggs Bergeron,
Christopher Saylor,
Michaela Smith,
Virginia Rose Sweet,
Jeremy Zulia,
Justin Soden,
Jacob St-Onge,
Julia Studley,
Marissa Sweeney,
Daniel Taro,
Jacqueline Titus,
Allison Trutling,
Lisnell Yamali Vasquez,
Max Bond,
Shayna Walker,
Alicia Y. Warren,
Courtney Weaver,
Jarrett Wood,
Michaela Yeager,
Jansen O. Young.
Congratulations, Unity College graduates. I now welcome President Khoury to make the concluding remarks.
Graduates, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the ranks of alumni. Today you begin your new roles as alumni, partners, and ambassadors of Unity College. As Unity's ambassador, you will have the opportunity to show the world what your education means and what it has done for you. At Unity College, you have learned the tools and earned the credentials to forge your mark. After leaving today, you will take a new path. Many of you will begin a new career. Some of you will continue your education and research. Alumni status has its honors, its rights, privileges, and responsibilities. As alumni, you have the great responsibility to spread the word of your education, to lead with the skills you have learned here, and to help Unity College continue its upward momentum. Finally, on behalf of the entire institution, I congratulate you on your individual accomplishments and your accomplishments as a class. Graduates, wherever you are in the world, please stand. It is time to move your tassels to the left and join the ranks of alumni of Unity College. I hope everyone watching here today joins me in recognizing the Unity College class of May 2021. Congratulations, everyone. Congratulations to you all. I now pronounce the Unity College May commencement closed. Thank you.